Hello students. So in this lecture we will discuss instantaneous speed and velocity. Okay. Average speed and average velocity we had already discussed in the last lecture. Okay. So here instantaneous meaning at a particular instant. At a particular instant. Okay. At a particular instant means time is very small. Okay, time is very small. At that particular time, at that small range of time, what is the velocity of that moving object? That is instantaneous speed or velocity. Today we are not dealing with vectors, so instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity are equal today. Okay. But we all know speed and velocity are different. Speed has only magnitude, that means it is a scalar quantity, and it is a vector quantity. But for today it is same. Speed and velocity are same. Today we are not dealing with the vector things. Okay, we will deal with the vector related things in the next topic, that is a two-dimensional thing or vector, scalar vector. Okay, so instantaneous meaning at a particular instant. That means at a very small time range. Okay. So in today's topic we will apply that differentiation formulas. So if you do not see that lecture, see it once, then watch this video, then you will understand the whole lecture properly. Okay. So we all know that speed or velocity, that is equal to delta S by delta t. Delta t is the time range. In that time range, the change in displacement. Okay, that gives the velocity. Okay. Now instantaneous velocity means delta t will be 0. Very small. Okay, very small. Okay, then delta t will be dt, and in that small time range displacement will also be very small, so it will be ds by dt. So ds by dt, derivative of displacement with respect to time, gives us what? Velocity. So this thing is basically what? This thing is basically what? This is the differentiation of s with respect to t. Okay, again this is basically what? This is the slope. We all know that ds dt gives us the slope of st graph. Okay, we all know that dy dx gives us the slope of xy graph. Okay, so in the same way this gives the slope of st graph, and this slope represents velocity. Okay, clear. So for today's lecture we need the differentiation formulas. So before watching this lecture, watch the differentiation lecture once, that is the mathematical tool differentiation, one lecture is there. Then watch this video so that you can understand properly and clearly. Okay. So ds by dt gives us the slope of s versus t graph. And how will you calculate the slope now? So suppose I am taking a equation. That is s equal to t square. Okay, and I am taking few datas. T equal to 0, put 0 here, you will get 0. T equal to 1, you will get 1. T equal to 2 square, you will get 4. T equal to 3 square, you will get 9. T equal to 4 square, you will get 16. Okay, so look at this. Time is increasing by 1. Okay, but look at the displacement now. In the first 1 second, displacement is 1. Okay, In second 1 second, displacement is 3, increasing. In next 1 second, displacement is 5, again increasing. In another next 1 second, displacement is 7, again increasing. So here in equal time interval, displacement is not equal. That means this is not uniform velocity. Okay, here it represents non-uniform velocity. Okay, I am drawing the graph, then you will automatically understand. So this is suppose s in meter and along x time in second. So first point 0 0, so this second point 1 1, so at 1 1, at 2 it is 4, at 3 it is 9, okay, at 4 it will be 16, okay, 16. So if you join this point, then it will look like this. It will look like this. It is not a straight line, it is a curved line. Okay. Now, suppose you want to find the velocity at any particular instant. Okay. So suppose at this point. So how to find? Draw a tangent. Tangent means it will touch the curve at that point. And this angle, the angle between tangent and the positive time axis tells about the slope, and slope means here velocity. At this point again draw slope, it will be slope and it will be theta 2. Again at this point this will be the slope and this is theta 3. Okay, so if you look at these tangents at different points, the angle with the positive time axis are increasing. Theta 1, this is theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, it is increasing. It is increasing means the slope equal to, we know, tan theta. Tan theta is increasing. Tan theta is increasing means slope of which curve? S versus t. Slope of S versus t means delta S by delta t, that is V. So velocity will also increase. So slope is increasing, so that means velocity is increasing. Okay, velocity is increasing. Clear? Clear? Now here we are taking delta t is very small. Delta t is very small means delta t will be dt, and in that small time range delta s will also be very small, that is ds. So we can tell that slope tan theta equal to ds by dt here, and slope tells about what? Velocity. So velocity equal to the derivative of displacement with respect to time. Okay, so now suppose this s equal to t square equation is given in exam. You are asked to find the velocity at a particular time. Then if you use this process, you will draw the axis, draw the curve, draw the tangent, then it will take lot of time, right? It will take lot of time. So we have to use a shortcut method, we have to use another method which will take less time, right? That is this one. So we will use the differentiation formulas so that we can get the result quick. Okay, so we will note this process. This is the process in which you can understand how the velocity is related to this differentiation. Okay, so I am erasing this, and now I am using differentiation to find the velocity at different instant. So suppose the question is find velocity or speed. Today we are not discussing about the direction, so both the things are the same today. So find v at, suppose t equal to 1 second, 2 second, okay, take another 3 second. Okay, so what we will do? We will use derivative. So v equal to what? ds dt, ds dt. Now here it look like dy by dx, right? Here s is related to y and t is related to x. Okay, so its derivative will be, power will come out and t square power will decrease by 1, so it will be 2t. So speed or velocity equal to 2t. Okay, now at t equal to 1 second, speed will be put 1 in place of t, it will be 2 meter per second. T equal to 2 second, it will be 2 2s are 4 meter per second. T equal to 3 second, it will be 3 2s are 6 meter per second. So you can easily check that velocity is increasing. First 2, then 4, then 6. In this way velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing means displacement time curve will not be a straight line, it will be a curved line. Okay, curved line. Now suppose you are asked to find the average velocity. Okay, find the average velocity in time 1 second to 3 seconds. Okay, suppose the question is find average velocity or average speed in time in t equal to 1 second to t equal to 3 seconds. Then how will you calculate? So we will use our in general formula, that is average velocity v equal to what? Total displacement by total time. So v will be s3 minus s1 by 3 minus 1. Total time is what? 3 minus 1, that is 2. And s3 is the displacement in time t, and s1 is the displacement in time 1. Okay, if we make the difference, then it will tell about the displacement in time 1 to 3 seconds. Okay, so find the displacement s3 means put 3 here, it will be 3 square, that means 9, minus s1, that means 1 square, so 1 by 3 minus 1 is 2, so 8 by 2, it will be 4 meter per second. Okay, so in this way we will calculate average speed or velocity, and in this way we will calculate the instantaneous speed or velocity. Okay, now the question is at which time its instantaneous speed and average speed are equal. At which time its instantaneous and average speed are equal. So look at the values, at which time its instantaneous and average speed are equal. So it is 4 and here it is 4. So at which time it is t equal to 2 seconds. Clear? Okay, so I am erasing. Now come to the next problem. S is equal to t cube plus 6t square. Okay, you are asked to find the instantaneous speed v at t equal to 1 second and 2 seconds. Okay, so instantaneous means we will use ds dt, derivative. Here derivative, how will you do the derivative? We will do the derivative of each terms separately. Okay, we had already learned. So ds by dt means derivative of t cube, it will be t square. Then derivative of t square, it will be 6 into 2t. So 3t square plus 12t. Clear? Now at t equal to 1 second, it will be put t in place of t, put 1. So it will be 3 into 1 square, that is 3, plus 12 into 1, that is 12. So it will be 15 meter per second. At t equal to 2 second, v will be put 2. So 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, plus 2 12s are 24. So it will be 36 meter per second. Okay, so s, if we know the equation of s, okay, then first we will derivative, we will get the velocity. Then put time, at which time you want to find the velocity, instantaneous velocity, put that time, you will get the answer. Okay, clear? Next problem, s is equal to t cube minus 6t square. Okay, question is find the time when the body is at rest. A little bit different problem. Find the time when the body is at rest. Okay, we have to find the time. when the body is at rest. Rest means we all know, we are reading this thing from class 9. Rest means its velocity will be 0. Okay, at that time its velocity will be 0. So find velocity, instantaneous velocity, that will be derivative ds dt. Okay, derivative of t cube, it will be 3t square minus derivative of this, it will be 12t. 6 into 2t, right? 12t. Now the time at which object is at rest, that means v equal to 0. So 3t square minus 12t equal to 0. Clear? Take 3t common. 3t common, it will be t minus 4 equal to 0. Okay. From this equation we can write t equal to 0 or t minus 4 equal to 0 or t equal to 4. So at t is equal to 0, that means initially the object was at rest, and at t equal to 4 the object will again come to rest. Clear? So at two positions, two time, we are getting the object will be at rest. Clear? Clear how to solve this kind of problem? Okay. Next I am giving another numerical. Okay. So this is the problem. Displacement equation is given with time, and the question is find velocity at t equal to 3. At t equal to 3 means at a particular instant. That means we have to find instantaneous speed or velocity. Then average we have to find in this time range. Okay. So first velocity instantaneous, that is ds dt, derivative, simple derivative. So derivative of this 3t square, that means it will be 6t plus 4t, it will be only 4, and derivative of 9 is 0, it is constant. Okay. Now that at t equal to 3, so v at t equal to 3 second, you will get v equal to, put 3 in place of t, it will be 3 6 are 18 plus 4, that means 22 meter per second. Clear? This is the speed or velocity at t equal to 3, that is instantaneous. Okay. Now average. So v average will be what? In the range of t equal to 1 to 5 second. So s5 minus s1 by 5 minus 1. Okay. S5 means what? We will put 5 in this equation. Okay. Then s1 we will put 1 in place of t in this equation. So s5, so 5 square, 25, 325 is 75 plus 5 into 4, 4 5s are 20 plus 9 minus s1, that means 3 plus 4 plus 9, 3 plus 4 plus 9 by 5 minus 1 is 4 meter per second. This is the average. Okay. Here 9 cancelled out. Okay. Here you will get 7 plus 2 95 and 3 plus 4 7 88. So you will get 88 by 4 meter per second, that is 22 meter per second. So we are basically get here the equal value. Okay, instantaneous velocity at t equal to 3 seconds, and the average in the range of time 1 to 5 is same. So at this time we are getting same value. Okay, clear? Now come to acceleration. I am erasing this. So this is our instantaneous speed and velocity. We will use the differentiation formulas. Okay. Now come to acceleration. Acceleration. What is acceleration? We all know that acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Okay. Rate of change of velocity, and we all know acceleration is a vector quantity. Okay. Acceleration is a vector quantity. So suppose I am writing any acceleration value, that is suppose take a equal to 2 meter per second square. A equal to 2 meter per second square. Okay, so here meter per second square, that means what? That means what? You will tell that it is basically delta V by delta T. So in the unit of delta V there is meter by per second and delta T means second, so we get meter per second square. Okay, that is okay, that is fine. Okay, but there is a feeling you have to understand. Okay, there is a feeling in this meter per second square, that you have to understand. What does this mean? So suppose I am taking t equal to and v equal to. At t equal to 0, suppose velocity is 0. Okay, at t equal to 1 second, if time increases by 1 second, velocity will increase by 2 meter per second. Another next 1 second, that means t equal to 2 second, velocity will be 4 meter per second. At t equal to 3 second, velocity will be 6 meter per second. Okay, so in each equal interval of time, here 1, 1, 1, in each equal interval of time, the velocity of that moving object is increasing by 2 meter per second. That is the feeling you have to understand. So acceleration is 2 meter per second square. That means what? In each equal interval of time, the velocity of that moving object increases by 2 meter per second. So we can write it like this: 2 meter per second by 1 second. That means in each 1 second, velocity increases by 2 meter per second, or change in velocity is 2 meter per second. Okay, so here this is what? Change in velocity, and this is what? Change in time. So the numerator part is change in velocity, denominator part is change in time. Okay, okay. Now if this time is very small, then delta t tends to 0. That means we can write it as dt, and in that small time range, change in velocity also becomes very small, so we can write it as dv by dt. Okay, so delta v by delta t is basically what? That is acceleration. Okay, and we can tell acceleration is dv by dt when delta t is very small. Okay, and in physics, if delta t is very small, then that type of thing is known as instantaneous. That means at a particular time. So dv by dt is basically what? It is basically instantaneous acceleration. Okay, dv by dt is basically what? Instantaneous acceleration. Okay, so I am writing it again. So in S versus t graph, the slope of the graph represents velocity. Okay, and in differentiation form we can write v equal to ds by dt. Okay, in the same way, in velocity time graph, slope represents what? V by t, that is acceleration. Here slope represents acceleration. Okay, and if the time is very small, then acceleration will be dv by dt. Okay, acceleration will be dv by dt. Okay, so ds by dt tells about velocity, and dv by dt tells about acceleration. Clear? So this you have to remember here, and for velocity instantaneous you have to remember this. So this formula is basically for instantaneous acceleration. Okay, we can also find average acceleration, that is equal to what? delta V by delta T, that is Vf minus Vi by Tf minus Ti. Clear? Clear? Okay. Now come to few numericals, okay, related to this acceleration. And we will also relate these two things in few problem. Look at this. So acceleration means what? First I am writing instantaneous velocity, that is ds by dt. Then acceleration, instantaneous acceleration, dv by dt. Okay, and object is at rest. Object at rest, that means v equal to 0. So remember these points. We need these points. Okay. So our first problem is v equal to 2t square minus 4t. Question is find a at t equal to 3 seconds. Find a at t equal to 3 seconds and average acceleration from 0 to 4 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now I have given here a vector sign, but we will not discuss related to the vector things. Only the magnitude we are calculating today. Okay. So find a at t equal to 3. At t equal to 3 means at a particular instant. That means instantaneous. So instantaneous means we will use the derivative dv dt. dv dt means derivative of 2t square. So it will give 4t. Okay. And 4 derivative of 4t is 4. Okay. Clear? At t equal to 3 we have to find. So acceleration at t equal to 3 we will get what? Just put the value of t in place of this. So 4 into 3 minus 4, it will give 12 minus 4, that is 8 meter per second square. Okay, acceleration is 8 meter per second square, acceleration is positive. Average acceleration, A average is what? In the range 0 to 4 seconds. So V at 4 minus V at 0 by 4 minus 0. V at minus Vi, change in velocity by change in time. Okay. So change in velocity means V at 4. So put 4 in place of t. It will be 4 square 16 to 32 minus 4 4 just 16 minus V0. So 0 0 it will be 0 by 4 minus 0 it will be 4. Okay. 32 minus 16 by 4 you will get 16 by 4. That means 4 meter per. So in the time range, in this time range 0 to 4 seconds, average acceleration is this 4. But at a particular time, that is at 3 seconds, it is 8. Okay, so it may be different. Okay, average means for a large time, instantaneous means at a particular time. Okay, in a very small time range. Okay, now come to the next problem. I am erasing this one. So the next problem is as equal to t cube minus 12t minus 8. Question is find acceleration when the body is at rest. Okay, body is at rest, that means velocity equal to 0. So suppose this is an MCQ question and giving 4 options: 24 meter per second square, B minus 6 meter per second square, C 0 and D 12 meter per second square. Okay, so how to solve? So here the object is at rest. That means first we have to find the velocity. Velocity means ds dt. So first do the derivative. 3 cube, that means it will be 3t square. Then 12t, it will be 12, and derivative of constant is 0. Next, acceleration, that means dv dt. So derivative of 3t square, it will be 6t. 3 will remain as it is, and t square, derivative of t square is 2t, that means 3 into 2t is 6t, and derivative of constant is 0. Now velocity will be 0 because object is at rest, we have to find the time. So solve this, you will get 3t square equal to 12, then t square equal to 4, then t equal to 2 second root 4. Okay, we will take only the positive value of time because time cannot be negative. Now we put that time in this equation of acceleration. So it will be 6 into 2, so 12 meter per second square. Clear? So the correct answer is 12 meter per second square. Understand? Understand? Now next problem. Next problem a little bit different. So here S is equal to 6t I cap plus 8t j cap. Find V at t equal to 2 second. Okay. Also speed at t equal to 2 second and acceleration at t equal to 1 second. Okay. Here a little bit different terms are coming, that is I cap, j cap. Okay. Do not be anxious with this thing because these are mainly vector things. I cap, j cap, these are vector things. We will discuss in details in the next topic, that is scalar and vector or two-dimensional motion. This is basically a two-dimensional motion. Okay. This part, okay, 6t multiplied with I cap, this part is along x-axis and this part is along y-axis. Okay. So try to understand, this part is along x-axis, this part is along y-axis. So you can write Sx along x-axis, displacement along x-axis will be 60 and displacement along y-axis will be 80. Okay. Whenever this type of question comes, two-dimensional motion, I cap, j cap are given, find velocity, acceleration, then we will first separate them. Okay. This is along x-axis, this is along y-axis. I cap, the quantity multiplied with I cap is along x-axis and the quantity multiplied by j cap is along y-axis. Okay, and separately find the velocity. So Vx will be dsx dt. dsx dt means derivative of this part, it will be 6, and Vy it will be dsy dt, derivative of this part, it will be 8. Okay, so this is along x, this is along y. Then velocity will be, velocity is a vector, so I am using that vector here. So it will be 6 I cap plus 8 j cap. Okay, quantity related to x axis multiplied by I cap, quantity related to y axis and j cap. Okay, this is the velocity. It is a two-dimensional thing. Okay, don't be anxious. So try to understand. In the next chapter you will properly understand how to write these things, what is the meaning of these things. Okay, all these things you will understand. Okay, so this is basically velocity, this quantity along x-axis and this quantity is along y-axis. Okay, and we all know that x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other. Okay, x, y, z, three axes are perpendicular to each other, we all know. So now speed at t equal to 2. So V, this equation is not depending with time, it is an independent of time equation. Okay, so there is no time means velocity is constant at any time. Okay, at t equal to 2, t equal to 3, t equal to 4, whatever the time is given, velocity will remain same. Now speed. Speed means what? Speed means the magnitude of velocity. Magnitude of velocity, how to find magnitude? Magnitude means root over the x component square plus y component square. Okay, meter per second, here also meter per second. Okay, speed will be magnitude of velocity, that means root over square of x component plus square of y component. Calculate this, you will get 10 meter per second. 6 square 36 plus 64, 100, root 100 is 10 meter per second. Okay, and acceleration. So velocity is independent of time, so there is no acceleration. Okay, velocity is independent of time means time is increasing but velocity is not changing. Not changing in velocity means acceleration will be 0. At any time acceleration is 0. Understand? Understand? Next. Okay, so this is the equation. S is equal to, again I cap, j cap are given. So I cap means this part, t square part is along x axis and this part is along y-axis. Okay, so first I am writing Sx equal to t square and Sy equal to 3t minus 1. Okay, we have to find velocity. So velocity along x-axis first. So Vx, it will be dsx dt. Derivative of this you will get 2t, and Vy dsy dt. Derivative of this you will get 3. Okay, now write the velocity equation. Vx into I cap 2t I cap plus Vy into j cap 3 j cap. Okay, now we have to find the velocity at time t equal to 2 seconds. Here velocity is time dependent. Here t is there in this equation, so it is depending on time. At different time we will get different velocity, so variable velocity. Okay, so v at t equal to 2 seconds, put t equal to 2, 2 2s are 4, so 4 I cap plus 3 j cap is the velocity meter per second. Okay, now we have to find speed. Speed means magnitude of velocity. Magnitude of velocity means this is along x, along y. So x and y are perpendicular to each other, we all know. So we will use simple Pythagoras equation, that is root over this square plus this square. So 4 square plus 3 square. Okay, along x, along y, magnitude means simply this square plus this square. So this meter per second. Calculate this. 4 square 16, 3 square 9, 16 plus 9 25. So root 25, that means 5 meter per second. Take only the positive value because speed is always positive. Okay, clear? Now acceleration. So here Vx equal to 2t. Vx equal to 2t. I am erasing this part. So Vx equal to 2t, then we can find Ax. It will be d Vx dt. Derivative of this quantity, it will be 2, and this is constant. So Ay d Vy dt, constant. Derivative of constant is 0. Okay, now how will you write the acceleration? It is a vector quantity. So Ax into I cap 2 I cap plus 0 j cap meter per second square. Clear? So this is acceleration, this is speed, and velocity was 2t I cap plus 3 j cap. You have written, I hope. Okay, so this kind of problem is related to two-dimensional motion. Okay, in two-dimensional motion we will again discuss this thing in details. You understand what is I cap, j cap, you will understand how to express them. Okay, all these things I will tell in detail in that part. Here we are solving few numericals, easy numericals, and I hope you have understood this part. Okay, now come to direction of motion. So now direction of motion. This is a very important topic, and sometimes in competitive exam you may get question from this part. Okay, so direction of motion means in which direction the object is moving. In which direction, along positive direction or along a negative direction, or the object is at rest. Okay, that you have to understand. So suppose I am giving that s equal to suppose 15 meter, next s equal to minus 15 meter, and s equal to 0. Okay, this is a 3 case of a moving object. Okay, so in which case the object is moving along positive axis. Okay, if these values are on the x-axis, along the x-axis, then in which case the object is moving along positive x-axis. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? So I hope many students will tell this is the answer. S is equal to 15 meter. This is the answer. You will tell. Many of you will tell. But this is not correct. Okay, this is not correct. S is equal to 15 meter is not correct. So s is equal to 15, s is equal to minus 15, s is equal to 0. This is what? This is the displacement. Okay, this is the position. S is equal to 15 meter, s is equal to minus 15 meter, and s is equal to 0. Okay, so displacement does not tell about its direction of motion. Okay, displacement does not tell about its direction of motion. Suppose I am taking two person or two car. Okay, this is the two car. This is one car and this is another car. Okay, suppose this is origin and this is, suppose this is positive axis and this is negative axis. Okay, and this is suppose at minus 15 meter from the origin. This distance is minus 15 meter. Okay, so this car at this position may be at rest, maybe is moving along positive axis, maybe is moving along negative axis. So this s is equal to minus 15 meter, s is equal to minus 15 meter does not tell about its direction of motion. It is only telling about its position. So it is at that position. It may be at rest at that position. It may be moving along positive axis or it may move along negative axis. Clear? So displacement does not tell about its direction of motion. Okay. So which physical quantity tells about this? Which physical quantity? That is velocity. Okay, that is velocity. V equal to ds by dt. We all know this equation. Now this velocity at a particular instant, this velocity can be positive, okay, or this velocity can be negative. Okay, positive velocity means object is moving along positive axis. Negative velocity means object is moving along negative axis. Okay, so velocity is that physical quantity. Velocity is that physical quantity which tells about the direction of motion. Okay, so if velocity is positive, direction is along positive axis. If velocity is negative, direction is along negative axis. Okay, so if any equation of displacement is given, equation of s is given, okay, then the question is, at this time, at t equal to 3 seconds, at t equal to 4 seconds, what is its direction of motion? Okay, so at t equal to 3 or at t equal to 4, we will find what? Velocity. If velocity is positive, it moves along positive axis. If velocity is negative, it moves along negative axis. So now we will see one numerical. So suppose the question is s is equal to t cube minus 6t square plus 9t. First I am giving question velocity at t equal to 2 second, v at t equal to 2 second, find acceleration at t equal to 3 second, and find time when object is at rest. Okay, so this question you can solve, I hope. So pause the video and solve this question by yourself. Solve this question. Okay, now I am solving. So velocity, we have to find velocity at t equal to 2 second. So v means what? ds dt. So derivative of this, it is 3t square minus 6t square means it will be 6 to the 12t, and 9t means it will be 9. Okay, velocity at t equal to 2. So v at t equal to 2 second, put t equal to 2, it will be 2 to the 4, 3 4 the 12, minus 12 into 2 24, plus 9, velocity means meter per second. So you will get what? 12 plus 9, 21, that means minus 3 meter per second. So here it is negative velocity. Negative velocity means you can tell the object is moving along negative axis. Okay, you can tell this. Now acceleration. Okay, understand this. I am erasing this part. Now acceleration, A equal to what? Derivative of velocity. Velocity equation is this. Okay, do the derivative, you will get 60 minus 12. Derivative of constant is 0. Now we have to find acceleration at t equal to 3. So acceleration at t equal to 3, put 3 6 are 18 minus 12, so 6 meter per second square. Acceleration is positive, it does not tell about the direction of motion. Only the velocity tells about the direction of motion. Okay, remember this. Acceleration is positive means velocity is increasing. And the third question, find time when object is at rest. So I am erasing this part now. Object is at rest. Object is at rest means this v equal to 0. So v equal to 0, it is equal to 0. Okay, so solve this. It is a quadratic equation. Okay, it is a quadratic equation. So it will be first divide by 3. So t square minus 4t plus 3 equal to 0. So you will get t square minus 3t minus t plus 3 equal to 0. So if you take common, you will get t minus 3, t minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, quadratic equation means we will get two values of time. So from this equation we get t equal to 3 second, and from this we get t equal to 1 second. So we are getting two time, t equal to 3 second and t equal to 1 second. The object is at rest. So the object is at rest at t equal to 1 and at t equal to 3 second. Okay, understand? Now the important question I am giving. So the important question is, find the time when the body is moving in negative direction. Find the time when the body is moving in negative direction. Okay, negative direction. So here how to solve? Now object is moving in negative direction. Negative direction means object is moving in negative direction means velocity will be negative. Velocity will be negative. That means magnitude of velocity will be less than 0. Okay, magnitude will be less than 0. Okay, so velocity is less than 0 means this quantity will be less than 0. Okay, 3t square. So this quantity will be less than 0. This quantity will be less than 0. Okay, we have solved this quantity. So it will be t minus 3, t minus 1 less than 0. Okay, and we get two time, that is t equal to 1 and t equal to 3 here. If we put t equal to 3 or t equal to 1, it will be 0. So we will not get that two time. So here three cases will arise. That is, if this is a time axis, then t equal to, suppose this is 1, this is 3. Three cases. First, t less than 1. Then this region, t is less than 3 but greater than 1. And this region, t is greater than 3. Okay, so we will check this, putting this any value in this region, any value in this region, and any value in this region. First, t less than 1. T less than 1. T less than 1 means, suppose take 0. Okay, any value which is less than 1 but not 1. So less than 1 means I am putting 0. So 0 minus 3, it is negative, and 0 minus 1, it is again negative, and negative means it will be positive, greater than 0. So it is not satisfying this equation. So this region, in this region it will be positive. Object will go in this direction. Okay. This region t in between 1 to 3. 1 to 3 means you can take 2 or you can take any value, but in between 1 to 3 seconds. So if you take 2, t equal to 2, so 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3 is negative, and 2 minus 1 is positive. Now negative into positive is negative less than 0, negative into positive is negative. So this region is satisfying this equation, right? So in this region 1 to 3 second, in the region of 1 to 3 second, the object is moving along negative axis. Object is moving along negative axis or negative direction. Okay, understand how to find? Now the third region, t greater than 3. T greater than 3 means take any value which is greater than 3. Take 3.5. So 3.5 minus 3. So it is positive. 3.5 minus 1. It will also be positive. Positive means always positive, greater than 0. So it is also not satisfying this equation. So in this region t greater than 3, the object will again move in the positive direction. Okay. So in this region t less than 1, object is moving along positive direction. In the region t in between 1 to 3 second, object is moving in the negative direction. And in this region t greater than 3, object will again move in the positive direction. Understand how to find? Understand? This is an important problem. Now come to last topic, that is displacement in nth second. Displacement in nth second, not in n second. It is nth second. Okay. So suppose first I am writing an equation, s is equal to t square minus suppose 2t. Okay. And we want to find the displacement in third second, not in 3 second. It is third second. So first I am finding the displacement in 3 second. So displacement in 3 second means put the value of 3 only. So it will get 3 square minus 3 into 2. So 9 minus 6, you will get 3 meter is the displacement in 3 second. Total 3 seconds, 0 to 3 second. But we want to find the displacement in third second. At that particular second, what will be the displacement? At that particular second, what will be the displacement? So here you have to take the filling of this. So displacement in 3 seconds, suppose this is the displacement in 3 seconds, S3. This is the displacement in 3 seconds. Okay. So we want to find displacement in third second. So if we subtract the displacement in 2 seconds, suppose this is the displacement in 2 seconds, S2. Okay. Then this region tells about the displacement in third second, right? This region is covered in 2 seconds and this total region is covered in 3 seconds. So remove this part, only this region is the displacement in third second. Understand? So displacement in third second means what? Displacement in 3 seconds minus displacement in the 2 seconds. Okay. Suppose displacement in fourth second is fourth. So it will be displacement in 4 seconds minus displacement in 3 seconds. You will get the answer. Okay. So what will be the in general formula? In general formula will be displacement in nth second. So it will be displacement in n second minus displacement in n minus 1 second. Okay. Clear? Get the filling. Now we will find displacement in third or fourth or first second. So displacement in nth second means displacement in 1 minus displacement in n minus 1. So look at this now. Suppose displacement in third second. So S third equal to displacement in 3 minus displacement in 2. So we will get displacement in 3. Displacement in 3 second is 3 meter minus displacement in 2. So put 2 here. 2 square means 4 minus 2 2s are 4. so it will be cancelled out. So displacement in third second is 3 meter. Okay, displacement in third second is 3 meter. Displacement in fourth second, displacement in fourth second. Displacement in fourth second means displacement in 4 minus displacement in 3 second. Okay, now displacement in fourth second means put the value of 4 square 16, 16 minus 4 to the 8, 16 minus 8 minus displacement in 3 second is 3. So you will get what? 8 minus 3, that is 5 meter. Okay, okay. Displacement in first second. Displacement in first second. So displacement in first. So it will be displacement in 1 second minus displacement in 0 second. 1 second means put 1. So 1 minus 2. So it will be minus 1. Okay. Then displacement in 0 will be minus 0. So it will be minus 1 meter. Okay. Okay. So you have to remember this equation. Displacement in nth second is displacement in n second minus displacement in the previous second, that means n minus 1 second. Okay, clear? Clear? So this is our topic, instantaneous speed, instantaneous velocity, acceleration, direction of motion and displacement in nth second. Okay, so before watching this lecture, watch the differentiation lecture once, so that you will understand this topic completely, because we have to use the differentiation formulas here. If you know the basic formulas of differentiation, then you will also understand properly this equation in this lecture. Okay, so watch this once, then watch this lecture. Okay, understand?